County Assembly, Beatrice Elachi, has resigned. Here's what she had to say about that this morning.
Thank you very much. And I just want to thank you this morning and say that I thank God for everything. And indeed, I thank God for being a Kenyan who has loved to serve her country. But this morning, I want to humbly tender my resignation to His Excellency, the President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, the President of the Republic of Kenya, and the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces. And I hand him over, Pauline Okuku, who is your clerk. But you know him, he's a politician also. And he has been in this game of City Hall than me. For me, I go back now to write a book, Chronicles of City Hall. That one I have to write. The underworld of City Hall. That one will be in one of the chapters. So, Speaker, as you act, take care of everyone. Make sure you deliver in your words. Make sure. That is the most important thing. These other games are just games. Vipindre, sijui na nini, na katre, hiyo ni kawaida, lakini tujenge nchi.
Okay, Beatrice Elachi there, who's just resigned as the Speaker of the Nairobi County Assembly. And I'm joined on the line by Seth Olale, our NTV reporter who's been covering this issue for a long time. Seth, good morning, welcome to your world. Were you surprised by this announcement?
Well, good morning. Actually, it comes as a surprise because you realize that just recently we had a team, an intergovernmental agency led by the CS for Interior, that is Fred Matiang'i. You recall the chaos that were at City Hall, and the directive then from the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, that is Fred Matiang'i, is that they're going to intervene. And for the record, the CS Matiang'i says that he's going to consult the National Security Advisory Committee as well as the National Security Committee just to get some solution in terms of the governance and the safety of City Hall. But it comes as a surprise because we didn't expect Elachi that would bow to pressure. We understand Elachi to be a frontline fighter when it comes to politics at City Hall. You recall there were attempts to, impeach her at some point. She fought on, literally. You remember that paper spray in her, that she held in her office and used that as a weapon. And of course, also the battle went to court. As you can recall, Joseph, that the Labor Relations Court did reinstate her. And it was such a battle. And so I didn't expect, actually, Elachi would bow to pressure at this particular point. But don't rule out the national government intervention. And if I can recall what the CS Matiang'i said, that they are taking over City Hall. And then 24 hours after he made those remarks, indeed, he went to City Hall accompanied by the Nairobi Metropolitan Services, of course, Mr. Badi, and that seemed to be the start of what would be a well strategy by the national government to take over operations at City Hall. So yes, it comes as a big surprise.
Okay, now Seth, we've had a lot of conflict in the leadership of the Nairobi County. What does this resignation now mean?
Maybe you just come again, Joseph, please.
What does this resignation mean?
Well, it is, first, if you ask me, it is a win for Governor Mike Sonko. If I can start there, and this is my personal opinion, Joseph, because you recall that some few days ago, MCAs, allies, or rather perceived allies of Governor Mike Sonko, attempted to move a motion to impeach the Speaker, Madam Beatrice Elachi. And that one led to a bitter confrontation with pro-supporters of the NMS team, and also the security officers were involved in that. And it did start there. There have been attempts because, according to Governor Mike Sonko's allies, Beatrice Elachi has been a stumbling block in terms of Mike Sonko propagating or rather having his interest in Nairobi governance. And as far as legislation, passing of legislation at City Hall is concerned, there were also previous attempts just to get her out of that particular office. So in my opinion, first of all, it is a win. It is a win for allies close to Governor Mike Sonko. But now this one also complicates the leadership issues at City Hall. Remember that we're talking about a county that is at the capital city of the nation that does not have a deputy governor, and now it does not have a speaker, and the governor who is there does not have full authority of all departments. Remember the deal that was struck at State House, including the CS for Devolution, Eugene Wamalwa in attendance, the president, and Mike Sonko. We have some departments not in control, or rather not controlled by the governor. And so it just complicates the leadership issues at City Hall. And it will be interesting to watch how things will unfold in the coming days.
Okay, and briefly, Seth, finally, so does that mean that for those who are looking forward to the end of conflict, the fight is not over at City Hall?
The fight is not over. The fight just begun because, of course, there will be reaction. There will be alignment and realignment. It will be interesting to see the MCS allied to the Nairobi Medical Services boss, Mr. Badi, how they're going to react to this. Because you will recall that previously, even when the supplementary budget for Nairobi County government was being passed, you know, the allies, or rather the MCAs, the legislators allied to NMS, actually literally blocked those who are allies to Nairobi Governor Sonko. And so the battle has been between those particular two groups at City Hall, those allied to NMS, both Mr. Badi and those allied to Mr. Sonko.
Okay.
And so right now, as we say, is that, like I see it right now, is that it is a win. It is a win, if you want to put it that way, for Mr. Sonko, because to them, Madam Elachi has, you know, been someone perceived to have personal interest and also represent other interests out of Nairobi government. And now this is just the start of another battle, and we don't know where it will end.
Okay.
Because what we know is that the government is very keen, and especially the Interior Ministry. Remember that already a number of MCAs already have been disarmed, about 14 of them. Their licenses, their firearm licenses revoked. And this is just another tug of war that is yet to end in the coming days.
Okay. Seth Olale, thank you very much indeed. That's our senior reporter, Seth Olale, just giving us a little bit more flesh on the story this morning. The breaking news that the Speaker of the Nairobi County Assembly, Beatrice Elachi, has resigned.